World Cancer Day is recognized each February 4th. The aim is to decrease preventable cancer deaths by increasing awareness and education. Over 8 million people die from cancer each year, according to America's National Cancer Institute. Joining us now live to discuss World Cancer Day is Fabien Calvo. He is the Chief Scientific Officer for Cancer Corps Europe. Fabien, can you start by just explaining a little more what the goals are of World Cancer Day?
It's a day for awareness. It's also a day for to promote prevention, early diagnostic, and to inform people about cure, diagnostic, treatment. And I believe it's important because cancer has long been a disease which full of fear. And it's good to have an information day like this one, and mobilization as well.
There may be no more desired medical breakthrough in the world than finding a cure for cancer. Where does progress stand right now on research towards a cure?
I think that there are some good news. Good news are, for instance, if you look at the cure rate in the 70s, it was about 30%. It's now about 55%. And the good news is that when you make some projections in the future, we can hope that in the 2030, we should be at a level of 75% cure rate. And when I say cure, it's not remission. I hope it's cure, real cure. And I do believe that we're going forward with that horizon.
Now, until that time, obviously, education is a huge part of prevention. For people watching at home, what are some of your tips for them to help catch cancer early and prevent deaths?
Okay, there are two aspects. What we call primary prevention, which is how to avoid the disease. And obviously, we know that about 50% of cancers are more or less linked to tobacco use. Activity, nutrition, pollution as well. And so these are really objects that you can avoid, and it's very important to be informed and try to avoid these risks. And the second aspect is early diagnostic, because as early the diagnosis is set up, the best the cure rate is. And for this, we believe that there should be a more accurate and personalized early diagnostic in the future.
Now, cancer is obviously a global epidemic, but there are a lot of parts of the world where people have less access to health care than places like here in Paris and France. What's being done in those parts of the world where people don't have as good of access?
I would like to give you one information, for instance, for children cancer. When you look at the cure rate in our countries, in the Western world, the cure rate is more than 80% in children. When you go in less developed countries, it can reach 30% only. So this is completely linked to the ability to have drugs and treatments available. And we have obviously a lot to do in that direction. It's very important.
Well, thank you so much for helping us understand more about World Cancer Day.
Thank you.
That is Fabien Calvo from Cancer Corps Europe. And thank you so much for joining us here on France 24. Do stay with us. There's more news and information coming up.